Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring your running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
7:34. 93. Get down.
To throw, it's Carr. Out to the right here to Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
808. 29. 694.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the...
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now they'll throw with Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
To throw his Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to...
Down!
So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Camara. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
93. 93.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Express. 808.
Here's Carr to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
29. 694. That's it.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Camara up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Staying on the ground on 1st with Camara. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Shotgun now for Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Carr going to throw. Drops this off to Camara out of the backfield. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Viking 18.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Stephon Diggs. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And the Texans add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Yeah, you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Rattler.
Now Stroud. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Ready, set.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Ready.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Let's go now.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Delson in motion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Bobcat. Dragon 60. Trap 60. 70 Ranger. 7 Pirates.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Come on.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
19 tight.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Dell.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Ready, break. Let go.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready.
Stroud out of the gun here.
He's got it. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Carr.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down.
Here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
6-18.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Come 19! Come 19!
Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Here's Stroud. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
Ready!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Go!
Pierce gets this one running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Gravity Lions.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing his car on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
29, 694.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 46, here's the second down and 4. Give left side for Pierce. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
19 Tiger.
Throwing now is Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
637. That's it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good.
And now here's another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ready.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Go.
On first down, here's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play though is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Here we go. Here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Stroud on third down now. And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?
And my goodness, another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Ready, ready. On the ball, now.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, break.
To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that